This is what the Iraqi capital Baghdad looked like at the dawn of the 19th day into the war. Conflicting news about the reality of the situation on the ground, further blurred by the columns of smoke emanating from burning oil fields and a sandstorm inflicted by nature. This morning's scene reached us through the lens of reporters' camera, but as we fail again to unlock the codes of this war, we find ourselves trapped between the news and the denial of news. The picture here shows clearly 2 American tanks at the gate of Presidential Palace, and these battles seem to have been waged with light weapons, indicating perhaps the small distance separating the warring sides. The American Central Command said its forces entered Baghdad from a southeastern direction after crossing the Jala River and are now in control of 3 presidential palaces and the building of the Ministry of Information and the Rashal Hotel. At the same time, Information Minister Shatam appeared to deny the American allegation. Welcome. I am receiving you here at the building of the ministry. We are now in the meeting room, and here's my desk. So you and I walked in through, and you saw my office yourself. No one came here, and what was reported is simply false. And as I mentioned to the media before, no one set foot in this area, and no one will in the future either. So regarding this allegation concerning the Ministry of Information, please take your camera, Mr. Jabber, and kindly report freely and accurately. Yourself and Abu Dhabi TV are our guests. In order to test both American affirmation and the Iraqi denials, Abu Dhabi TV sought to feel the pulse of the Iraqi street, which seemed to be deserted except for a handful of people out to express support for Saddam Hussein. As for the civilians, who often are the unintended casualty of these conflicts, there still is no official tally of the victims among them. The American side, however, announced the death of 2 soldiers and 2 journalists in the south of Baghdad, while 15 were injured. Further south, the British forces confirmed that they made their entry into the 2nd largest city in Iraq, Basra, and that they destroyed most of the pockets of resistance they met. Tanks and armored vehicles filed through the city in the middle of reports about the death of Ali Hassan al-Majid, the military commander of the Southern Front and Saddam's cousin. And from the headquarters of the American Central Command in Qatar, General Rooks announced that the coalition forces are still facing some resistance in Karbala. However, the Ba'ath Party headquarters in the city was destroyed. Rooks also added the situation in Najaf has been stabilized and that their efforts are continuing to bring aid to civilians and search for weapons of mass destruction. The situation is fluid on all fronts, and the Baghdad battle, which was thought to be the determining event, has yet to bring any sign of conclusion to this conflict.